speed, the rate at which someone or something is able to move or operate. As all of you may know, fictional characters who move incredibly fast are commonly referred to simply as speedsters. And while most iconic speedsters live in the comic book or cinematic movie world, we have one on Earth right now. He's an iconic YouTube OG who everyone knows and loves, Jon Freaking Tron. That's right, today we'll be finding out how fast is JonTron. To celebrate Thanksgiving last year, JonTron released an episode covering the real story of the Pilgrims and their times before and after coming to 1600s America. Towards the end of the video, we see Jon travel from somewhere in New York all the way up to Plymouth, Massachusetts. Now, doing some rough estimations based on the map they show and the actual trail that he might have traversed, Jon traveled about 234 miles in roughly 1.7 seconds. Seen as the equation for velocity is d2 minus d1, or simply the distance from point A to point B, divided by how long it takes to travel that distance, we find that JonTron must have moved at an astounding speed of 495,530 miles per hour, aka 797,480 kilometers per hour. That is insane! How insane, you ask? Well, the speed of sound is 1,235 kilometers per hour, making JonTron 645 times faster than sound. Oh, that's not cool enough? Okay, well, have you ever heard of this little fancy thing called escape velocity? You know, the thing we need to get out of Earth's orbit? Well, that speed is only 39,600 kilometers per hour, again, making JonTron faster. In fact, he's over 20 times faster. And why stop at a simple speed calculation? Assuming that JonTron masses in at about 220 pounds, aka 100 kilograms, we can then use that in the equation for kinetic energy, which is 1/2 mass times velocity squared, where mass is measured in kilograms and velocity is measured in meters per second. We can use this to find that JonTron's energy output is a nice and even 2,456,702,112,200 joules of energy. To put that in perspective, 1 ton of TNT equals about 4.18 gigajoules of energy. That means JonTron will be hitting you with the equivalent of 587.2 tons of TNT. Remember in my old How Strong is Jasper video when I said she could output the equivalent of half a Davy Crockett bomb? Yeah, well, JonTron just put out nearly 40 times as much damage without breaking a sweat. Maybe energy output isn't a good enough comparison. So let's figure out what kind of force this would be hitting you with. Jumping back to that classic equation, force equals mass time acceleration, we can plug in the already noted mass of 100 kilograms, then use the time frame just before Jon enters the map scale as the time at which it took him to accelerate to his wicked speed. Going frame by frame, we find a time of 1.16 seconds. Seen as the equation for acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time, we can plug this into a speed of 797,480 kilometers per hour, aka 221,522 meters per second, as his final speed, and 0 meters per second for his starting velocity. And finally dividing all that by our time frame of 1.16 seconds to find an insane force output of 19,096,725 newtons of force. To truly put that in comparison, good old Frank Bruno could hit with the force of 6,316 newtons, meaning that JonTron would be hitting you with the might of 3,023 Frank Brunos. Thank you all so much for watching. Obviously this video is supposed to be a joke, I know humans can't move like that, but if you want to see me do something similar for other famous YouTubers, comment down below and hit that like button for more content.
Dude, you could just steal Plymouth Rock, dude. Okay? I'm not saying you should. But you could just steal Plymouth Rock.